Hon är bara 19 år, men världens mäktigaste tonåring. Enligt undersökningar i USA är hon till och med större än Bill Clinton som opinionsbildare. Hennes skivor har sålt i miljoner. Hon flyger eget jetplan och har nyligen köpt en lyxvilla i Hollywood. Jag reser till Florida bara 2 veckor efter terrorattacken. Det är ett USA som är präglat in i minsta detalj av vad som har hänt. Nationalismen syns och hörs överallt. På bilar, husfasader, in i affärer och bland unga människor. Hela nationen är samlad som aldrig tidigare i USAs historia. Idag är de amerikanska symbolerna viktigare än någonsin. Och Britney Spears är en av dem. The American Dream personifierad. Inne på ett lyxhotell i Miami sitter Britney Spears som en drottning och tar emot journalister från hela världen. Hon ger bara intervjuer när hon ska lansera en ny skiva. Jag förs in i ett hotellrum där jag får lyssna på Britneys senaste platta. Och innan jag ska gå in undrar hennes manager om jag tänker fråga om Britneys oskuld. För det brukar tyskarna göra, säger han. Och det tycker Britney inte om. Men jag försäkrar honom att han kan vara lugn. Jag har helt andra frågor. Först ber jag Britney berätta om hur hon upplevde terrorattacken den 11 september.
I was in Australia. I had just gotten off the plane there, and that's when they told us what had happened. And we didn't realize, when they just told us over the plane and over the intercom. I really didn't understand what had happened until we got off and they put us in the VIP room and they showed us the television. I was like, oh my God,
Do you remember your reaction?
It was like surreal. It's like something it was like a movie. It was like watching a movie. It's like stuff that you see in movies and stuff but not stuff that you really think is going to happen to your country or to your people, And so at that moment I was like, I just got to go home.
That was your first feeling, to be with your family and the one you loved. Yeah. You canceled the promotion tour.
Well, I just felt that, it was kind of awkward for some reason, sitting there celebrating my album. It just felt wrong, and at a time like that, I just wanted to come back and be with my family, And then I realized once I got back to the States that you can't sit here and walk on pins and needles, you just have to go about with what you have to do and just realize that we do have one of the best nations in the world, the best nation in the world, actually, and that just pray to God that, put all your faith in God and just hope that everyone will be okay.
Do you think of yourself as a target because you have become something of an icon of American young culture, that you became afraid for yourself?
No, I haven't thought about that until you just said that. But honestly, you just have to, like I just said, not walk on pins and needles and just pray and have faith that you'll be okay.
Because a lot of people have become more frightened of flying because of this.
I hate flying as it is. I don't like flying at all as it is. I hate flying. So I just, honestly, I try to, when I do fly, most of the time we'll have a private jet or something, and we'll just make sure that, the security goes through everyone, and they make sure they go through the identification of the pilots or whoever's going to be flying us.
A lot of American artists came together for a tribute to the heroes of the terror attack.
I think that, honestly, God puts you in position sometimes and to be an influence for others to see a good light and try to be a positive force out there for people and an inspiration. And at this time, that's what people need. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm donating Every ticket that's sold for my tour, I'm donating $1 per ticket to the kids of the firemen and the policemen that were in the accident. You know, I mean, it's the least I can do, you know.
You have always loved to be in the limelight. Do you ever think about why you have that need or what happens with you when your light's on you?
Honestly, when I'm on stage, I like that feeling. But when I'm off stage, I'm very shy. And I don't like being in the limelight. You know how when you go to parties and stuff and there's people that are life of the party? I'm not like that at all. I sit back and I chill and I listen. But when I do get on stage, something comes over me, and I love it. I love being an entertainer, and I love being a performer.
Why do you think you have that?
I don't know.
Because for so many kids, it's important to be, you know, seen, to be somebody. And probably you are a role model in that sense.
Well, honestly, I want people to see me as an inspiration, not a role model. Because when I'm on stage, that's my time to shine and do my thing, and you know, and for kids to look at that and go, wow, and you know, it's exhilarating, it's a cool feeling, and it's inspiring, you know. But when I'm off stage, I'm just like everybody else, you know.
And then you're touring, and you're in different hotel rooms. Is that the backside of the whole thing, to sometimes be lonely, not being together with your friends or your family?
Well, I have the dancers. They're on the road with me. And, honestly, we have a blast. Like, we go into each other's rooms and we'll eat and we'll watch movies. And going on tour is honestly one of the most exciting things about what I do. And making the tour is really, I come from theater. Like, before I did any of this, I was in theater. So whenever I do a show, I like for it to be very theatrical. So that's my passion. So when I get finished in Miami, I go to Los Angeles and I start, you know, putting together my show, my tour. And it's when I'm the happiest.
It's a very male-dominant business. Do you feel that you can make your own decisions, or
definitely.
are you in the hands of
And I'm getting better and better
other
every day. Like, with each thing that happens to me every day, you learn more and you gain more wisdom. So each time you go into something, you're more experienced at it, and you can say, okay, this and this. I mean, when I first started, I didn't know what I was doing. You know, I was signed to this huge record label, but coming from 15 years old, coming from Louisiana, I didn't know what I was doing. You know, but every day you learn more and you gain more wisdom from that. And I am in control of what, you know, goes on.
I really wanna dance tonight with you. I just can't I really wanna do what you want me to do. I really wanna dance.
Vem är hon egentligen? En produkt av skickliga marknadsförare, män som har format henne som en sexsymbol. Eller är hon en ny Madonna som har full kontroll över sin karriär? I likhet med Madonna har också Britney försökt sig på en filmkarriär.
Don't you wanna dance up on me? Are you ready? Leave it behind my name.
Music will always be who I am and here, but acting is something that's a lot of fun. It's a cool outlet, and because I'm not that great at it, you know, I can challenge myself and try to get better. Yeah.
Tell me about that scene when they wanted you to cry. It was difficult.
Yes, it was kind of difficult. I'm not the type of person that can just cry on the spot. So all day long I had to be kind of sad, you know, and nobody wanted to hang out with me because I was Britney. So finally, you know, the camera's on you and all these people are waiting for you to cry and you're like, okay, I can't cry, man, you know. So I was sitting there, and all of a sudden, you know, I don't know how I ended up doing it. I guess you just really feel the character and just go there. So, but it was fun. It was a lot of fun. The whole, Tamara Davis, the director of the movie, she was amazing. She was a woman, so I just felt like this connection with her, and she made me feel really comfortable. And the cast, there wasn't that many people in the movie. It was like a small cast, and it was like we were like this big family, you know. And then when we left, I was like, no, it was really sad.
And what did you feel when you watched yourself in the movie as an actor?
I was like, I don't know. It was really weird at first, seeing yourself up there, but then you totally forget that's you and you look at it as a character. And then I would cry for her. Listen, I'm talking to her like she's a different person. But you would, like, I feel sorry for my character at times. And then the times where she's really happy, you're like, yay, you know? It's really, it's bizarre. It is.
Sometimes I run, sometimes I hide, sometimes I'm scared of you. All I really want is to hold you.
When I listen to you, your life seems to be happy and everything is perfect, no problems, no loneliness, and no fear for the future, what will happen.
I mean, I'm
you
human.
Feel very,
I'm human. I mean, I have fears just like everybody. You know, I'm not perfect, of course. But I try to, you know, live an optimistic life and try to be the best person that I can be every day and just hope for the best, you know?
But for young people who want so desperately maybe to be an artist or like you, is there any backside of it all? To be admired when you're very young and to be able to buy and do whatever you want to?
The one thing that's probably hard about what I do is I don't get to see my family as much as I want to, and that hurts me, you know? But other than that, like, honestly, I feel...
Maybe this.
I feel very blessed, you know? I feel very blessed, and I thank God every day for my life. I do.
You went to church when you grew up, and you were singing in church during Sundays. Is that important for you? I mean, the background with the...
Yeah, I'm a very spiritual person, and I mean, I'm not able to go to church every Sunday, but if there's a church around and I know I can go there, you know, I go. But yeah, definitely, that's something that I was brought up with and something that will always be with me, and I want to grow spiritually every day and become stronger with my spirituality. You know, I think that's a goal that we should all have because it just really makes you in touch with yourself.
What about all this criticism about you having such a sexy look and that your fans are about 10 years old? Do you feel responsibility for your fans in that way?
You know what? I'm me. I have my own identity, and I just have to be the person that I want to be. I can't walk around being like, well, that parent may not like that if I wear this, you know. I just got to be myself and do what I feel. And I think it's up to the parents to explain to their kids that when I am on stage, that's my time to perform and be an entertainer, just like when they have recitals at dancing school. They put on their tutus and their little skirts and their tap shoes. No, they don't go to church in that. And they don't go to ball games in that. That's their time to perform and use their imagination and dream. And if you can't dream, you can't do anything. And I think they should explain that to their kids, you know.
And what do you say about those people who say that you're a product of man who wants you to be sexy, like a toy or something like that? Are you deciding this all by yourself? Your look? What
It's
you
not like
wear?
people sit around and go, she's going to look like this, you know. It's like I wear what I want to wear. It's not that deep, you know.
You created that yourself,
Yeah.
the fashion you're wearing? And
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you say about those people who thinks that you're...
I really don't have to talk to them. They say what they want to say, and I go on with my life, and they should go on with theirs.
Överallt i världen klär sig små flickor som Britney-kopior. Britneys egna idoler och förebilder är Whitney Houston och Mariah Carey. Två världsstjärnor som har fått stora problem. Den ena är drogmissbrukare och den andra har brutit ihop i nervkollaps. Är hon rädd att hamna i samma situation?
Honestly, I look up to their voices, but I don't look up to them per se as people. You know, and I think that's, as when I was a child, I always looked up to people. I thought, oh wow, she's cool, or, you know, but I always had my own identity and always had my own beliefs. And I think that your parents should explain that to kids. It's okay to look up to people, but always know that you're just as good as them, you know? And as far as they're concerned, I think that maybe can't explain why they went through that, but the only pressure you feel is the pressure you allow yourself to feel. And, you know, I look at what I do as my career, not my life. My life is my family and God and my boyfriend. And I think sometimes people per se, you know, say, with Mariah Carey, how she stressed out with all the stuff that she was doing. It's like she didn't have a balance. She was overworking, and that's sad, you know, and I think it's really cool that she's come to realize what's important, you know.
But when I look at your schedule, it's really a lot of work. I mean,
right now, all these interviews.
And when the show starts.
Well, that's my passion. I love doing that. But before I did this promotional tour, I had a lot of time off. And before I even did the album, I had a lot of time off. And I think that's very important for your soul, you know.
So you're not afraid if you look into the future? I mean, you've done so much and you're only 19? Mm-hmm.
I will go on a yacht and be with my kids and drink margaritas. That's what I'll do when I'm 22 or 23.
Sit there with a big family?
Yes, that's what I will do.
Don't you think it's something you really want to do all the time, to be on stage dancing and singing?
I do that for fun. That's not my life. You know, I see myself in the future with my kids and my husband, and maybe do this on the side and have fun and do parts and acting in movies and stuff like that.
And your boyfriend, Justin? Yeah. Do you think you can have a private life for him? Or
we're in our own world, you know?
You have to be in your own house just to feel that you can
No, man. It's not like, I hate it when celebrities sit there and talk about how depressing their lives are. They can't go anywhere. They don't realize how amazing they have it. You know, put a freak sweats on, a hat on, and go. You know, that's what I do. I'll go, you know, to the mall or go. I mean, I went out every night a week ago and partied my brains out. You know, you have to.
And you can do it because...
Yeah, you don't put yourself in... I mean, honestly, I don't like going to the shishi foo-foo places anyway, where people sit there and look at each other and whisper. That's not me. I like going to the whole mall places and just having a good time where everybody sits back and talks to everybody. Yeah.
All you people look at me like I'm a little girl. Well, did you ever think it'd be okay for me to step into this world?
Hon föddes 1981 i den lilla staden Kentwood i Louisiana. En stad med bara 1000 invånare. Britney var 4 år när hon började dansa. Hon fick börja i specialklass och från 8 års ålder tränade hon stenhårt flera timmar om dagen. Mamma Lynn, som hela tiden har drivit på sin dotter, skaffade henne en agent i New York. Britney sattes i dansskola och snart började hon synas i TV.
Britney Spears.
$15 år gammal fick hon sitt första skivkontrakt och 1 år senare kom det stora genombrottet med Baby One More Time. Albumet sålde i över 12 miljoner exemplar bara i USA. Uppföljaren Oops, I Did It Again sålde ännu bättre. Britney Spears är idag en av världens mest sålda artister. Nyligen skrev hon på ett kontrakt för Pepsi som ger henne 1 miljard kronor bara för att vara deras ansikte. Dessutom har hon redan hunnit skriva en roman tillsammans med sin mamma om sitt liv. Flickan i framgångssagan heter Holly, men det råder ingen tvekan vem det handlar om.
Parts of it I can totally relate to, and some of it's very fictional. I thought it would be funner that way, so it wouldn't be like all about me. So it would be, we could play with it and like use our imagination.
She comes home and her mother says, "They want you, darling. I knew it. I know it would happen one day. Dreams really do come true." And it's really the mother that have longed so much for her daughter to get this chance to study at the music school.
Yeah, well, I mean...
Is this what happened with you?
Well, I mean, I think my mom knew how much I wanted what I've done and how much I dreamed of it. You know, I think it was just something instilled in me, and she felt it and she knew it. And so when someone that you love is completely happy and fulfills their dream, you know, you're overwhelmed with happiness and joy.
Can you still recall that feeling when you were like 8 years old and you started to sing and wanted so much to become a star?
Oh, definitely. I had such an amazing drive and force inside of me that...
Why do you think you had that? Where did it come from?
I don't know. I think sometimes kids are just born with it. That you have like a lot of creative energy in there and you just need to express it and use it. Otherwise, you're gonna, you know, it's gonna stay in and you can't bottle something up like that.
But your mother also discovered that. Your
Yeah,
drive
she did. I mean,
go.
I think that I remember the first time she recognized that I could sing. I was jumping on my trampoline, and her and my brother were listening to me, and they were like, "She can really sing." Like, what's, you know? And then she started bringing friends over, and they were talking, and they were like, "You should enter her into this contest or this contest." And I'm like, "Okay," you know. I didn't care, you know. And then I started doing it, and when I was on stage, it was just like I became this entertainer or something.
But you never felt that your mother pushed you too much?
Oh, God, no. Honestly, when I went to New York, I'm very thankful and blessed, and I thank God every day that they supported me like they did because my mom really didn't want to go.
She was pregnant
My
at
mom
that
was
time?
pregnant, and she didn't want to go, and right when I decided to come home, she was like, "Okay, let's go." You know, it was really
a big thing to go from
it was unheard of to go from like Kentwood, Louisiana, a small town, to New York City, you know, and people are like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" And I would, you know, cry if I missed gymnastics. Seriously, it was like I loved it, and my mom knew.
But at the same time, you came from a quite simple family, and then the hope was you.
Yeah. Well, no, I wouldn't say that at all. Honestly, I wouldn't say that we were comfortable, put it that way. We weren't the richest people in the world, but like I rolled quarters for my prom dress, you know? Like that's how we were, but you know what? We were happy. And I was totally content with that, and I don't see anything wrong with that. I never complained, and we never complained. We lived within our means, you know? But when my mom saw that, you know, I loved what I was doing, she wanted to support me and go there. And actually it put us in an even worse state when we did go to New York.
Varför blev just den här flickan en megaartist och inte någon annan av alla de tusentals unga flickor som vinner talangjakter i USA? Vad är det Britney Spears har som inte de andra har? En sak är säker, det är en ovanligt trygg tonåring som sitter framför mig och samtidigt en alldeles vanlig småstadsflicka. Do you have that feeling inside of you, a small town girl? The good feeling about it?
Yeah, I'll always be the small
What is
town
that
girl.
feeling? Do you feel secure because you come from a neighborhood where everybody knows each other?
Yeah, that's a good feeling, it is. I think that's helped me, but I think my family is the thing that's made me feel so secure with who I am and my upbringing. Yeah.
How do they look upon your career?
They're very proud of me. They're very proud of me, and I'm very proud of them as well. And we have an amazing relationship, our family. We do.